Hi, I'm Sam Edney, owner of Mountain Home and Mattress. Come on in the store.
Come home to comfort for the way it feels. Mountain Home and Mattress, you find no better deal.
There is no place like home, and that is how it feels.
At Mountain Home and Mattress, come home to comfort. Come home to comfort.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the importance of your bed. Most people don't realize how important your bed is. It's arguably the most important piece of furniture you have in your house. Now, why would I say that? I say that because the average American spends 7 to 9 hours a day in their bed. That's a lot of time. You don't realize how much time it is. But when you consider the fact that you own your mattress on average about 10 years, and you spend 8 hours a night on average over that 10-year period, you're spending 25 or 30,000 hours in your bed. The second reason your bed is so important is because of the activities that go on there. We sleep, get rested up for the next day, we play with our children there, we convalesce there after an illness or a surgery. Some of our most intimate moments occur in the bed. Now, obviously, part of the comfort is how much you pay for the bed. So let's talk about how we spend money. Americans on average pay $15,000 for a used car, $28,000 to $30,000 for a new car. Typically, we spend about an hour and a half a day driving that car or riding in that car. And we typically keep our cars for about 7 years. Now, if you work those numbers out, you're going to realize that you spend $4 to $7 for every hour you spend in your car. If you take the average price that people pay for a bed, $900, and you work the numbers out over the life of that bed, then you're spending about 3 or 4 cents per hour of time spent in bed. So we pay 100 times more for the time we spend in our car than we do the time we spend in bed. When you combine that consideration with the other factors that influence the purchase of a bed, you soon realize that we really don't put our money where we spend our time. Now, if you're buying a bed for a guest room or a child's bedroom or a summer home, then that affects the budget more than your personal bed would. The number one complaint you hear from bedding customers is that it's also confusing. And it can be confusing. But I'm going to give you a tip on a way to reduce the confusion. If you're buying a bed for yourself and your partner, the most important thing to consider is the comfort of the bed. You don't need to know about coil counts. You don't need to know about what kind of foams are in the covers, whether there's wool or silk in the ticking. What matters to you is how that bed feels. Now, you can come here to Mountain Home and Mattress, and we've got every type of bed for you to try out. And when you find a bed that feels good here on one of our test beds, then we can show you that same feel at different price points. We understand that part of the comfort is the price, but we also understand that the bed is arguably the most important piece of furniture in your house.
Come home to comfort for the way it feels. Mountain Home and Mattress, you find no better deal.
There is no place like home, and that is how it feels.
at Mountain Home and Mattress. Come home to comfort.